real quick. Can we switch gears a little bit?
Yeah,
Can we switch gears?
Yeah.
Can we switch gears?
Yeah, I'm done.
To something terrible, man. Something mad somber, man. Man, the brother, hip hop great, man, icon, man. Man, Buckshot Shorty was tragically in a altercation, man, and he definitely got the worst of it over this past weekend. I heard that what I heard about it was he was the new landlord of a place and went over to speak to some tenants who had not paid in a few months, and they pistol whipped him. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's just one story, but that's what I heard. But nonetheless, man, you know, Buckshot is an icon, man, and I hate to see anybody catch a beat down like that. Like,
it was horrific.
Unless it's somebody that I legitimately have a death wish for. Like, I hate to see anything like that, man. And you know, I really hate to see OGs, man, elder statesmen in the community, man, you know, go through that sort of thing, man, at the hands of presumably some younger cats, man. So you know, I just wanted to kind of bring that to the table, man, and just see how, you know, how my fellas felt about that, man. And, you know, shit, what could be done differently, man, to make sure that we you know, can avoid, like, how can we better protect our icons and elders from you know, things like this from happening.
You want to go? You want me to go?
I'll say this and I'll let you go.
Okay.
We're from Brooklyn. And I remember when D wanted to be like a music video director. And he had this big camcorder. And his first two videos that he made was with, you know what I'm saying, me and Raheem, and we was singing Black Moon songs. Buckshot Shorty was our man.
That's a
we
fact.
See Buckshot on the train, putting him Ave. You know what I'm saying? We walking upstairs, he's walking downstairs. He throw the head up, I throw the head up. You know what I'm saying? We keep it moving. Then we fans.
So we see him on the train for real?
Yeah, we
saw him all the time.
All the time.
Wow. So, like going through East New York and Brownsville, because you know they're right next to each other. Z. Yeah. So we saw him all the time.
When I was on the train with MOP.
When I think of New York,
you know, hold on,
I pause right where you are. Do not lose your thought. But when I think of New York, I just think of a place like so big and so bustling that like cats don't necessarily run into like cats like that, even if they're in the same neighborhood. But like this is like some real like neighborhood shit, and like you are in close proximity, and y'all like have ran into each other, like, you know what I'm saying, a couple of times over the years. Like, you really
I just happened to get off of Putnam Ave, and he just so happened to be going down and take the train.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, because like where that at and where I'm at is far. You know?
Yeah.
So it's like Buckshot music, boot camp click music was my daily walk music going to work. I mean, going to school.
That's a fact. Yep.
I used to work at Dr. J's, and I had to listen to that. Stone is the way of the walk. You know? Niggas talk shit, but it ain't my skill. Like these are scriptures for us, for Brooklynites. This is Buckshot. A legend like that should never get touched. Go ahead, D, I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say the entire BCC. You know
what I'm saying?
BCC.
BCC, and it's like situations like that, and it's happening on Flatbush. Buckshot should have never got touched.
Never got touched.
It should have been some goons with Buckshot asking for rent.
Yeah.
On that sort of mission,
because he's 48 years old, 49 years old. He's too old to be getting jumped like that, or pistol whipped, or whatever happened to him.
I agree.
Brooklyn should be mad. Brooklyn should retaliate, but you know what I'm saying. But these things are different now.
And he's nation of gods and earths too, right? He's in the 5% nation, right?
Yeah. They, you know, so many of us came out of the nation, you know, whether we, you know, got whether we're coming from a tree of a specific person out of the school in Mecca or Medina, like so many of us just got it. You know what I mean? Just in various ways. But yeah, I saw the video. I think the first person that shared it in our text, because I hadn't heard about it. Was it you, Ak? I think you shared it, right?
It was me.
And you put something in the text. I tried to click on it, but I couldn't open it. I don't know what happened. And then I was just like, oh man, what happened to Buck? And then I found something on YouTube. And the shit was horrendous, man. It was horrific. And the thing that really was most jarring to me is understanding or just thinking about Buckshot's stature. He's a little guy. He's always been a little guy. He's like 5'4", 5'3", right? I mean, he's just a small dude, you know? So the idea of somebody just running down on him like that, it was very painful to watch. And I didn't see the whole video. I just saw him on the floor in obvious agony and pain, you know, just rolling around, trying to gather himself and trying to get some help from somebody. It was just really bad. The thing that I want to say though, about that made me most angry was the commentary from the dude in the video that was shooting the video.
Bitch ass nigga, man.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing that I'm thinking about at that point is, yo, where's the humanity and the compassion with people?
Where's the humanity?
It's like you see somebody that they're lumped up, they're in obvious pain and agony. I mean, he couldn't even at a certain point that I saw the video. I mean, he couldn't even. He was obviously in a prone position on the floor, but he couldn't even at certain points even hold himself up because he was in so much pain.
Yeah.
So at that point, even if the plan is to not go out there and help him because perhaps the dudes in the neighborhood are just terrors and nobody messes with them, right? And it's like I don't want to become an op, so I'm just gonna just stay clear of it.
Yeah,
stupid shit.
Right? But put the fucking camera down. Like, I mean, it's just annoying, man. Like how people have gotten to this place now where the first thing that they do before even being a compassionate human is reaching for their phone to get the footage to say that they're the first one that posted it.
Yep.
This shit is so annoying, man. So annoying. So I know Ak and I had been having conversations in text, and I think Maul was there too, and we was like, well, is this real? Because somebody, one of the people from our crew, our childhood crew, had told Ak that it's not real. Which
he apologized right after too.
Yeah. So that's fine. Shout out to Naj. So it's like, I don't know, man. Like it's horrible. I think the thing for me though is at this point is I'm happy to hear that Buck is doing well and he's on the mend. You know, I just wish him a speedy recovery. One of the other things too that I want to say is I was waiting for a credible source from the boot camp clique to come out and say something, and Rockness Monster from Helter Skelter posted something on his YouTube channel, and he's the one that confirmed that it was real. And one of the things that he said and he requested that people do is not look to retaliate, right? And he said that you know, by also saying that, listen, we're of a certain age. This is stuff that retaliating and fighting and all that stuff is stuff that we just don't do anymore, you know? And you got to respect that. The other thing too is that I heard people say, don't be scared. I know, Z, you angry, but he was like, don't be scared. Don't be afraid to call the cops. You know what I mean? Like, that's what they're there for.
Yeah.
You know, but the idea, and Z, this is new information to me. I didn't know that he was a landlord of a building, perhaps, and he was looking to collect rent, which is just something that landlords do, right? But here's the thing. Had it been a white landlord or a Jew that owns a vast majority of buildings in Brooklyn, had it been a Jew that came to knock on the door to collect rent, would he have been subjected to the same ass whooping?
Hell no.
Exactly.
And they would have already been swooped up.
Exactly.
You give them an invoice, they have no voice. So, but I went to Jamaica. I went to the Bob Marley Mausoleum.
I hold that 1 second, because what I want to do is I want to just pay a quick tribute to Buckshot. Right? We were talking about the video.
Yeah.
You remember the video?
Yeah.
Okay. This is a Daily Walk exclusive. All right, let me see if I can share it.
Oh fuck!
Here we go.
Yo.
You recognize this guy?
Bro.
Sexy nigga, boy.
Bro.
Jabari the first, bro. Jabari the first.
Bro, that's crazy, dog.
So we did.
Hey, bro, that's amazing.
We was deep into the Stage album when it first dropped, and we was doing covers of the video and the songs. So
damn, geez,
this is us.
That's beautiful.
this is us in
that's beautiful.
This is us. That was us. Wow. What year was that? Was that had to be what, like 93 or something like that? Was that like 93?
That's fantastic.
Yeah, might be 93.
Yeah, maybe 93. And we was up in Raheem's room.
It's a different dude right there.
Yeah, with all of the posters and stuff. And that's me behind the camera, and they were doing their cover of what song was that again?
I think I sung
Lead in Your Grill. There was 2 songs.
Nigga talk shit.
Yeah.
Somebody called them more. Just called it DOA. No, that ain't it. Buck them down, right? No, I think Nigga talk shit. Rod did Buck them down.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is that, remember the finger, the fingers in front of the camera, the special.
Yeah, I was trying to do effects. Yeah, that's right.
The special effects, bro. This was crazy.
Z, I'll share the video with you so you can see the video.
But yeah, that was a different dude back then.
Yeah. But I didn't want to. You were getting ready to tell a story. I didn't want to. I just wanted to show that. To show how much we love.
Buckshot for real. Yeah. And he's Jamaican, ain't he?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay, well, I mean, they always had, like, Jamaican patois doing their music and stuff on a regular basis. But when I went to Jamaica on Ocho Rios, but I had an opportunity to take an excursion to the Bob Marley Mausoleum and went up all the way to the 9 Mile Mountain, and where Bob Marley's reserved as a king in Jamaica.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah.
The Rastafarian culture, they don't bury the body 6 feet below ground. They bury it 6 feet above, like a tomb, like an Egyptian tomb.
Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't know that.
So they believe in Egyptology as well and stuff. And so when you're going down on the mountain and stuff like that, you'll see all these Rastafarian tombs all over on the ground. But when you go to the top, so this is where he was born, this is where he was raised.
Okay.
You see all his platinum albums and everything like that. The place he sat, you know what I'm saying? They was rolling big fat spliffs.
Yeah.
The weed. You smoke weed, you don't cough. That's how natural the shit is. You know what I'm saying? You come back to America like, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, they put a lot of shit in the fucking weed, man. They had a white man touch the weed, man. They don't fuck with it, you know. And but yeah, reserves at a king. Marleys cannot be touched in Jamaica. How you touching Marley and stuff like that, you're definitely getting boxed up, You're getting stabbed up. You're getting juxed.
Yeah.
Yep.
No doubt.
That's how that's how the reserved legends and that's in our culture and hip hop should always be, especially the ones that don't be talking shit like they do now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But the one for the hip hop culture should never been fucking touched.
Never.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
should never be a precedent for now. These young cats are actually attacking the old heads.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It should be
Yeah.
a reserve for people to make sure that you never get touched. Like he should still be. I know, like in New York, we walk amongst the people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're not like 50 would have to wear bulletproof vests and you know what I'm saying, had to have security guards with me because niggas was after me
Yeah.
because I started some shit.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or did something that they didn't agree with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Buckshot, I don't know. I don't think that he was that type of person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean I don't know
I don't,
either.
I
We
don't know
wouldn't
the
know.
true
Yeah.
information about what happened
Yeah.
on that, other than like you said, Z, the rent situation. You know what I'm saying? But regardless of the fact, Buckshot Shorty in Brooklyn should never be fucking touched. Now, if Buckshot Shorty was in Harlem,
Mm-hmm.
that's a different situation.
I just think that the problem is, Ak, is that this is an obvious sign, just that generally we just don't have respect for our elders in our communities, period. So whether it's Buckshot Shorty or it could have been some other just random cat that might own the building and he's there to collect rent. He should be respected the same way a Hasidic Jew is coming there to pick up rent. You know what I mean? But that's
More
just
so.
yeah, more so. That's right. See, but I tell you, you know, for me, one of the things that I'm very conscious of is that reputation and people being familiar with you does not time travel, right? So what I mean by that is that if we go to East New York now and we're walking around there as if it's 93,
We knew niggas.
that's
Yeah.
absurd.
Yeah.
Right. And we're subjecting ourselves and we're opening ourselves up to possible harm because nobody knows who we are. Nobody knows who we are. And the other thing for me too is that I think, listen, you should be able to go anywhere and walk amongst the people, as you say, Ak, and not feel threatened in any way, right? But there's also too it's necessary for us to go into the communities that we might have come from, or you know, that they might be perhaps a bit seedy. We need to be walking through those very cautiously.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I'm in New York a couple of times a year. I just came back from New York maybe 3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a couple of things that I do. The first thing is that I don't spend time in our old neighborhood.
Hell no.
Nobody knows me there anymore. I have no business being there, right? The other thing is I make sure that I'm indoors no later than 8 p.m. Nobody knows me. So I have no business being out in the streets, you know, and not to say that I shouldn't go out, but I recognize that I'm in an unfamiliar place despite me being born and raised there.
No doubt.
So I think when we get to be a certain age, we have to move with this level of cautiousness, right? Despite us even being comfortable with the neighborhood of people knowing who we are. As you get older, you become more vulnerable. So we could think, yeah, I might be able to throw hands and I could, you know, if somebody attacks me, I could do something. You know what I mean? I believe that I could defend myself and I could throw hands, but I recognize that I can't. If 4 niggas roll up on me and come down on me, I'm not going to be able to take everybody now, and they're likely to get the best of me. So the best way that I can deal with that is to be defensive and figure out ways to navigate that's going to protect me and protect my well-being. So if that means me staying out of a neighborhood or being in by a certain time or keeping an eye out and being keenly aware of things that don't look right and avoiding that, that's just what I need to do.
Mhm.
When I was in the building, I was with Ra. Ra had to speak for me.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
My
yeah,
mom said, "Yo, why you going back to the building?" Because it's like this is where I grew up.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? All my family left. You know what I'm saying? This is my home. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
But it ain't my home to other people.
Yep, exactly.
So like
Yep.
I chill with them and stuff like that. I see people that's still in the building that remember me.
Yeah,
Was comfortable enough to stand around because there was people outside on the benches, you know what I'm saying, on the benches out
yeah, yeah.
on my side and in the entrance side that
Mhm.
remembered me as a child. You know what I mean? So I had that comfortability. Soon as that sun like started going like a little bit down, man, it's been fun, man. I'm out.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah.
ask. Let me ask this,
Easy.
man. How much does the because you know, and I don't know how relevant certain things still are, and if certain things should even be talked about, but like the whole Decepticon thing, man, like
Mm-hmm.
and that affiliation, man, is that still relevant now? It
No.
obviously isn't what it was in the 80s and like early 90s and shit, but like it's not relevant now.
I couldn't
No.
tell you. I couldn't tell you, and I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, Z.
Mhm.
I don't give a shit. I've outgrown that environment.
Mhm.
I've outgrown that in the lifestyle. I've outgrown the interest and the allure of it. If niggas are still in their 40s and they're still claiming Decepticons and in their 50s and claiming Decepticons and talking about transforming and stuff, you
Right.
got a problem.
I
You need
feel
to
I
expand
mean
your horizons.
I mean from like the you know, just from the support from the group aspect of things, like the
Oh, yeah.
affiliation. Because
Yeah.
like if you know, like Bloods and like out Cali, it's still a very real thing. You know what I'm saying? You
Right,
got
right.
70-year-old niggas, you know what I'm saying, that are claiming certain sets. So
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I don't know,
That's insane.
you know, I don't know, you know what it is.
they're claiming sets, and I think that's very similar to us saying that that we're always going to claim Brooklyn. I think that's all that is essentially, right? But we're not out there. But 70-year-old Bloods or Crips or Latin Kings are not out there banging. You know what I'm saying? So they're always gonna claim the history of it and claim some level of affiliation, but they probably not out there on the corners throwing up gang signs and tagging walls and banging the set and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
What about
What
Smokey
is the retirement age if you could make it past jail and death? Like, what's the retirement age of a gang member?
Smokey
I don't
Robinson
know.
said, wasting your time, drinking your wine, gang banging, gang banging. That's all I know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the retirement is.
That's a good
I don't know.
question. Deli
It
Walker,
is.
y'all know the retirement of how long a gang member can be a gang member? You know, before they say,
Yeah,
you
I
know
don't know.
what,
I mean, they
I'm
say
done, bro.
they say when it comes to gangs, I've heard gang members say in documentaries that once you get jumped into the set, you in the set for life. Listen,
For
I
life?
put that disclaimer
Damn.
out, Z. I
Like,
put that disclaimer out because I don't want nobody
I feel
getting
you
misconstrued that I know anything
about
about
I
the
feel
intricacies of any gang.
I get
I don't know anything at all, and I don't want to know anything.
I
I
want to know
respect you
everything. I
guys.
want anything.
I respect you guys in the instance of your brotherhood and togetherness. It's remarkable. I have a problem with you killing each other, but I don't want no smoke at all. None. I'm putting it out there. I don't want no smoke. I
You
gotta
don't
still
want
go
no
back to
smoke,
New
yo.
York, man. Listen,
But I do have a question on that. Like, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, what's the retirement age? Can you retire? I mean, you're saying that you can't retire at all?
Well,
You
I
know what I'm
mean, that's
saying?
what they said. I've heard that say like,
Shit.
once you get jumped in, jumped into the set, or the particular group that you're a part of, that's for life. And the only way to leave is by dying out. Now, I don't by dying, but I don't know how relevant that is. I don't know if there's a caveat to that. I don't know. I don't want to know.
Damn. For
I
life.
don't want to know. But I want to say this. Buckshot, man, like seriously, we love you, brother.
We
You've
love you,
been
Buck.
No doubt.
Iconic and legendary. I'm happy that that you're on the mend, that what we're hearing. And just get well, speedy recovery, man.
BDIMC, man.
Yeah, the BDIMC, man. Yep. Yeah, that's it.
Remember his freestyle on Stretching Barbito?
I don't remember that. I'm sure if I heard it,
so great.
Yeah, I'm sure I would remember.
Off of the head.
Yo, we gotta watch Tariq Nasheed's new documentary, man. Speaking of in regards to like the beginning of hip hop, man, and he's kind of making a case that it's not a black and brown art form, it's a black art form. And I don't know. I don't know if y'all have heard of it or whatever, but I think we should watch it. I'm interested in your feedback.
What is it? What is it on?
Uh,
I think he released it on his personal platform. Let me see.
Okay.
Let me see.
Right.
But one thing, like with the documentary, hip hop documentary, man, I saw several months ago there was a huge debate against where hip hop originated from. Like they're saying it originated from the islands.
Microphone check, the history of hip hop, the uncolonized version. Yeah.
Okay. I'll check it out.
But Tariq does great work, man, and
he does. He does.
Work, so.
But have y'all heard the big debate between blacks saying who started hip hop, and they're saying it came from Jamaica? They're saying that Jamaica is debating and saying that they started hip hop. Not saying that you know what I'm saying? African Americans started hip hop, so it's like an actual debate.
I think we could both say that they both had a hand in starting hip hop. I think they're saying it because of Kool Herc, him being straight from Jamaica, him having the sound system, being the first one to have the sound system and an actual party that can be
in America,
and could be and just his approach to turntablism and all of those things could fundamentally be considered the start of hip hop. But I think that but then in Brooklyn you had people like DJ Copeland, exact same thing. You know what I mean? Like, so and what's interesting or DJ Copeland Rock, Brooklyn, and then DJ Flowers as well, right? They were all doing the exact same thing around the same time. So, like, and all of these things will sort of converge to become, the foundational to hip hop culture. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of these things might have even predated 1973. So there's a lot of people, like one of the arguments that I have, or one of the arguments that I hear that I don't like, is people saying that the Latin brothers and sisters in New York didn't have a hand and they weren't pioneering in early hip hop culture. That shit is absolutely absurd, man.
Wow, they saying that?
Yeah,
that's what Tariq's saying.
Yeah, see, like I gotta watch the documentary, but I absolutely disagree with that. So if the argument premise is that hip hop,
what is this shows?
No, it does, but if the argument premise is that hip hop, and its elements and what it actually is fundamentally has roots before 1973, I would absolutely agree, right? And if we say that the people, would you say, Z?
It does.
Yeah. And if we're saying that, then I would absolutely agree. And if you say that the involvement at that time was largely made up of Black Americans from the South, then I would agree as well. But if we talking about hip hop as we know it, starting in 1973, then I would say you can't refute the fact that Latin Americans, particularly Puerto Ricans, weren't there at that time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, but I'm gonna watch that documentary.
I think James Brown predated that. I think the Last Poets and
right, exactly. Except they just didn't call it hip hop. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
but the elements of it are the same. Like, and I think so many people think about that for James Brown, because James Brown, when you listen to the music, it's just break beats, or what will become our break beats for hip hop. You know what I mean? So makes sense, man. But I'm gonna check that out, Z. I'm gonna definitely check that out. I like anything that talks about the history of hip hop.
I gotta watch it too.
Yeah. All right.